So, back in March, I get an email from this guy, fellow game developer YouTuber. His name is Luke Creamers, and we decide that we're going to work on a project together. Real quick, if you don't know, my goal this year is to create 12 games in 12 months, one game for every single month of 2023, which leaves a lot of opportunity to do some collaborations since the projects are only, supposed to run for 1 month. So we finally jump on a call at the start of April and decide that we're going to make a game for that month. Neither of us are super sure what we want to do, but I've wanted to make like an adventure game for a while, and Luke seems down with that idea, so we go ahead with that. And we want to make a unique combat system, so we decide we're not going to give the player a weapon. They're just going to have a shield, and the game is going to center around a parrying mechanic. So we started developing around that idea and eventually came up with this system that you're seeing right here. So how it works is you're this guy, it's top-down game. You can run around, and if you right-click, you can use your parry. And if you parry, you get a charge for your dash, and then you can dash around and attack enemies, and that's your only way to deal damage. But you have one more tool at your disposal, which is this push ability that lets you stun enemies temporarily and kind of move them around, so you can set up cool chain dashes and combos and stuff like that. And after that was sorted out, we got into the development proper. So we're making rooms, we're creating enemies, all that good stuff. But progress is a little bit slow. I got really busy during the first half of April, which meant I couldn't put as many hours as I would have liked to into the project, but Luke is doing a great job getting all the basics in. Finally, around mid-April, we finalized the content that we want to have in the game. So it's going to have 3 areas, one that's kind of a tutorial area that splits into the 2 other areas, and then finally you'll come back to that first area to fight the final boss. And once we get going on that, progress is pretty good. Luke is doing some really great sound design. I'm working on all the enemy animations. We're decorating the rooms, but we're running a little bit behind with the amount that we want to have in the game. Then, right at the end of April, at the worst possible time, I get really sick, and I am completely out of commission for like 8 days. And I've made it a point with these month-to-month projects to really set that hard deadline of the last day of the month. I have to release the game. I've got to release the video. It has to happen then, because without that deadline, I fall back into my pattern of just never finishing any projects. But I was sick, and I was still sick when April 30th passed, and I realized that we would just have to delay the project. There was no other option. And I felt pretty bad about doing that, but I know there's just nothing I really could have done differently other than maybe finishing the project like 2 weeks early, But I accepted it and moved on, and I got better, and I was finally able to work on the project again. But still wasn't back to 100%. I had to take it a little bit easy, but I was looking at the weeks ahead of us, and I was like, you know what? We can finish this game by Monday, May 15th, for sure. That's like still a week and a half, almost 2 full weeks away. We can definitely finish the project by then. And then May 15th rolled around, and we were still not close to finishing. This whole project has been a really good lesson for me in scope and sort of getting a better idea of like the time estimation of how long stuff is going to take, and also just try letting go of the frustration of not being able to like finish on time. Even though it's my own deadline, it still did not feel great when May 15th rolled around and we didn't have the game ready, but there's just more work to be done, and I didn't want to release like a half-baked game for you guys. So we kept working. We finished up the final touches to all the levels, the end sequence, the boss, and now the game is finally ready. And this has been a really different experience for a project than the pass-through games of this year, and it's my first time really releasing something that I've worked on with someone else. So it's definitely a unique game on my itch page, definitely the hardest game on my itch page so far. Luke cranked the difficulty to like 11 with this one while still keeping it fair and fun and engaging. So if you're looking for a challenge, this is definitely a game to check out. So yeah, the link to play is in the description. And I hope you guys enjoy. Also, real quick, just want to plug Luke. He's got a bunch of great stuff on his channel, and he's going to be uploading some really cool videos about the sound design of this game, which is amazing. So you'll definitely want to go and watch that. And if you've stuck around to the end of the video, I just want to say real quick, I really appreciate all the support I've been getting for these projects and these videos over the past few months. We just hit 10,000 subscribers, which is pretty insane to think about. And yeah, this is I'm switching up the video format a little bit for this one. I didn't have as much time. The 2-minute devlogs take a long time to edit down, and I figured I would just, since this was a unusual project experience, I would do an unusual video for it. So let me know what you guys think of that. And yeah, just really appreciate you guys, and hope you all have a good day. I'll see you later.